I ruined my best friend's birthday dinner. I dropped 3 expensive ribeyes straight through the grates of a cheap grill I bought hours earlier, overwhelmed by a wall of confusing choices at the hardware store. Buying the right outdoor cooker is a nightmare of conflicting advice and wasted money. You end up with a machine that ruins your food instead of elevating it. Here is what matters when choosing between a griddle and a grill. Let me explain exactly how they change your food so you never waste a perfectly good steak. The fundamental difference. The primary difference between a griddle and a grill comes down entirely to the physical cooking surface and the fundamental method of heat transfer. A griddle gives you a solid piece of rolled steel or cast iron. Because this surface is entirely solid, a griddle cooks your food purely through conduction. Heat moves directly from the flames to the metal plate, and then directly into whatever you place on top. The energy transfer is highly consistent. You get a massive, uninterrupted slab of heat. When you ignite the burners, the massive slab of steel absorbs and distributes the thermal energy. The heavy metal holds onto the heat, meaning when you drop a massive piece of cold meat onto it, the temperature of the cooking surface does not suddenly plummet. It fights back. You get an incredibly even cooking zone. A grill takes an entirely different approach. Grills use open grates suspended over a direct heat source. That source might be burning charcoal, wood chunks, or gas burners. Grills rely heavily on radiant heat from the flames below, combined with conduction from the hot metal grates. This structural difference fundamentally changes what happens to your food. It dictates exactly how the heat interacts with proteins and sugars. You are choosing between cooking on a continuous hot floor or cooking over open fire. The Griddle Experience. The solid flat top creates an environment of total control and absolute versatility. You will absolutely never lose a single asparagus spear or a delicate shrimp through the cracks again. Everything you place on the surface stays exactly where you put it. This opens up culinary options that are completely impossible on standard grates. You can pour liquid pancake batter directly onto the steel. You can crack eggs and watch them fry perfectly in place. You can toss a mountain of fried rice and chop vegetables like a professional teppanyaki chef in your own backyard. But the real magic happens when you cook proteins. Because there is nowhere for the rendering fats and natural juices to go, they remain on the cooking surface. Your food cooks in its own incredibly flavorful liquids. This is the secret behind the perfect smash burger. When you press a ball of ground beef flat against the screaming hot steel, the fat renders out and pools around the edges. The meat fries in that beef tallow, creating a crust that is salty, crispy, and deeply savory. You get maximum contact between the meat and the heat source. Furthermore, the temperature control on a modern gas griddle is highly predictable. You can easily set up distinct temperature zones. You might have the left side cranked high for searing burgers, while the right side sits low for toasting buns. The Grill Experience. Grills appeal to a completely different instinct. They are built for raw power and high heat. While a griddle maxes out around 500 degrees, a good grill easily pushes past 600 degrees into the territory of extreme searing. This intense heat is exactly what you need for thick cuts of meat. If you want to cook a massive ribeye or a thick pork chop, a grill is often the superior tool. When you place a highly marbled piece of meat on a grill, the fat begins to render. But instead of pooling around the meat like it does on a flat top, that liquid fat drips down through the grates. It falls directly onto the hot coals or the metal flavorizer bars covering the gas burners. When that fat hits the intense heat source, it immediately vaporizes. This creates a cloud of rich, aromatic smoke that rises back up and bathes your food. This is the exact mechanism that creates that unmistakable barbecue flavor. You cannot replicate this flavor on a solid piece of steel. The smoke infusion is a direct result of fat interacting with open fire. Grills also excel at indirect cooking. By turning on the burners on only one side of the grill, you create a two-zone cooking setup. You can place a whole chicken on the cool side, close the lid, and let the ambient heat roast the meat all the way through without burning the exterior. Flavor profiles. You have to decide which flavor profile you value more. Both tools create incredibly tasty food, but they do so using completely different scientific principles. The griddle is the undisputed king of the Maillard reaction. This chemical reaction between amino acids and reducing sugars gives browned food its distinctive flavor. Because a flat top provides total surface contact with your food, you get an absolutely uniform edge-to-edge crust. Every square millimeter of your steak or burger touches the hot metal. The resulting flavor profile is incredibly rich, undeniably savory, and highly concentrated. The grill offers a different sensory experience. You get those distinct, dark grill marks where the metal grates make contact, but the spaces in between are cooked by the radiant heat of the fire. The true flavor driver here is the smoke. That vaporized fat and the combustion gases from charcoal would create layers of flavor that are rugged and earthy. The grill gives you char. It gives you the taste of the outdoors. Bottom line, a griddle maximizes surface crust, while a grill maximizes smoky complexity. Cleaning and maintenance. Many buyers make a critical mistake. They ignore the maintenance requirements of these machines until it is too late. Maintaining a griddle is very similar to caring for a giant cast iron skillet. It requires a specific process called seasoning. You must build up a layer of polymerized oil on the steel surface to protect it from rust and create a non-stick coating. After every single cooking session, you have to scrape the surface clean of debris while it is still warm. You then squirt water onto the hot steel to steam away the stuck bits, wipe it down, and finally apply a thin layer of cooking oil to protect the metal before putting the cover on. If you neglect this ritual, your griddle will rust. A grill requires a different kind of labor. You do not need to obsess over building a polymerized layer of oil inside the machine. However, the grates require vigorous scrubbing with a wire brush to remove the charred remnants of your last meal. Moreover, a grill generates a massive amount of grease buildup in the lower belly of the machine. You have to routinely pull out the drip trays and scrape the grease management system to prevent dangerous fires. Making a final call. You need to look honestly at how you actually prefer to cook and eat. If your weekends involve hosting large brunch parties, making breakfast outside, or serving up dozens of smashed burgers and piles of fajitas, the griddle is going to transform your life. It handles volume and variety beautifully. It is a massive outdoor skillet that turns you into a short-order cook. Conversely, if you live for the perfect medium-rare steak, if you want to smoke whole chickens, or if you crave the distinct charred flavor that only comes from open flame, you need a grill. A grill is a purist tool for roasting and searing meat over fire. Bottom line, choose the griddle for supreme versatility and edge-to-edge crusts. Choose the grill for high-heat searing, smoking capabilities, and authentic barbecue flavor. Stop buying the wrong equipment based on what looks good in the store. Pick the tool that matches the food you actually want to eat.